starting to think that you really like me. I'm starting to think that you really like me. I'm starting to think that you really like me. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Hello, 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 everybody. It is PLAQ. Black, blah, 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 blah. It's Black ASMR. It's PLAQ ASMR. And I'm back, and I'm back, and I'm back, and I'm back, and I'm back with another video. How are we doing? Happy Valentine's Day. How was everybody's Valentine's Day? What did he do? What did he get you? How was your evening? What did you do for yourself? What did you do with your homegirls? Did you hang with the fellas? You know I want to know. You know I want to be all up in your business. Let me know down below. Hold on, do I want to whisper? Do I want to whisper? Do I want to give you a soft-spoken whisper? A soft-spoken whisper? A soft-spoken... I don't even know what I want to do. I don't know. We're just going to do whatever comes to the... We're going to do whatever comes to the mouth. Whatever comes to the tongue. Whatever comes out the lips. We're just going to go with it. Whatever I feel like doing, I'm going to just do it. So, y'all going to get a lot of everything. I was going to do gum for y'all today. But of course, my son got a lot of candy. So I took some. We gon' be eating on a lollipop. Yeah. Okay. So, I decided today that I want to give y'all a little story time. Because Valentine's Day just passed. And it's not always hearts and kisses, and it's not always that. And we know this. So today, I'm going to share with y'all a time in an instance where my Valentine's Day was not a beautiful occasion. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. So y'all, single, in a relationship, undecided, it doesn't matter. Whether I have someone or I'm by myself, Valentine's Day has always been my favorite holiday since a kid. And I think it's because people used to give us candy, and you went home with a bunch of cards and a bunch of notes, a bunch of gifts from the school, little activities and things like that, right? Then I started getting older. And of course, you'd have this guy that made your gift a little bit bigger than the others. Or when we finally got lockers, the day about love. Like everything is about love. And I loved it. So the older I get, the more I'm like, I love Valentine's Day. I love how people show up for people. I love how friends get together. I love everything about Valentine's Day. And it's not all about the gifts and all of that. I just love people just using one day to just overly express how they feel about people. And I also love when people take that time to take advantage of self-love. They cater to themselves a little bit more. Because when you think about it, getting ready for Valentine's Day is also self-healing. The time that you spend on your hair, your nails, your makeup, all of that is for you at the end of the day. Like, doesn't matter if you're trying to impress anybody. At the end of the day, that time that it takes to primp yourself or go get primped up and pampering yourself is self-healing. Especially if you do everything yourself. Even though it's tiring, it can be so rewarding. But anyway. So let's fast forward to my grown years, right? Let me tell you how this guy had me. He had me. Yeah. So I'm talking to this guy, right? Mind you, I say talking like we are dating, literally dating. Like hanging out, chilling, talking on the phone a lot, things like that. When you're ghost though, you were just ghost because like I said, I was single and I was dating. So come Valentine's Day, right? When I say I knew your schedule, I knew his schedule. And after work, like after like 6 p.m. is when we would chit chat or plan to meet up or go do something. So he had told me to be ready like 9 o'clock. We were doing something. Perfect. Great timing. I got myself cute. I put something on, hair, makeup, we're out the door. Comes to get me. We go to a strip club. The club where the strippers be at. We went there. And I had a time. It was amazing. It was great vibes, great energy. We were having drinks. The dancers were dancing exotically. He was enjoying it too, right? So I realized, y'all, that we weren't just there to have a good time. We was there to kind of like, I'm just gonna say he was working. Like, having a good time, yes, but he was also working, like, chit-chatting with the dancers going back and forth. We don't gotta get into the specifics. But I knew you just wasn't there to have a good time, right? So I'm paying attention to that, but at the same time, I'm not stressing it because I'm having a good time and you're making sure that I was having a good time because you was focused on making sure that you could do what you had to do. And while you was doing what you had to do, baby, I was having a good time doing what I had to do because what I had to do, I didn't even have to do nothing. I was just there having a good time. So I didn't really care what he was doing because, baby, you weren't got to do nothing when it comes to me. You could have just kept doing what you was doing because, again, he's not my man. Moving on. So we left out there probably like about close to midnight. And he's feeling himself. He's feeling great. We're in a car. And ended up, I wasn't going back to my place. So I'm just thinking like, oh, nightcap. Really have a great night, right? You tell me why. Tell me why, tell me why, tell me why, tell me why, tell me why. This girl calls the phone. Now, not only did she call the phone, but when she called the phone, her picture popped up on the phone. So you got her saved. You, not just a name. You got her saved. Picture, hearts, the whole nine. So I look down, he looked down. I look down, he looked down. I look down, he looked down. I look down, he looked down again. I didn't say nothing. He looked at me, I looked at him, he looked at me, he looked at him, he looked at me, I looked at him. I didn't say nothing. I continued to bask in my vibe. I was still having a great time. I didn't say nothing. He didn't answer that phone though, right? He didn't answer the phone. He didn't answer the phone. He did not answer the phone. She calls back again. He look at me, I look at him. He look at me, I look at him. He look at me, I look at him. He looked down, I looked down. He looked down, I looked down. He looked down, I looked down. And I just felt like that you were waiting on me to ask, who is that? Who is that? What's going on? Nope. Again, I just continued to just enjoy my vibe. She didn't call back. He picked up his little phone, text, whatever he did, and that was that. He took me home, dropped me off, and said that he would be back to my place. You think you coming back to my place on my favorite holiday after some girl done blew up your phone, called you not once but twice? You think you coming back to my place on my favorite holiday? Go to that house. Go to that house. That's the house you want to anyway. And I remember going in the house, right? Rolled me up something nice, and I sat there enjoying my good flour. And I kept telling myself, I'm proud of you, I'm proud of you. Because again, that's not yours. I wanted to say that he messed up my holiday. I wanted to give him the credit, but no. How could he mess up your favorite holiday when he's not yours? What expectations should you had for that person that was not yours? None. Y'all, it gets good. It gets good. Again, I'm sitting there enjoying my good little flour. And he texted me. He was like, what are we? What are we? Just like that. Question mark, question mark, question mark. What are we? Question mark, question mark, question mark. I took a little minute, about like 3-4 minutes before I text back, and I said, just chilling. We just chilling. Because you want to see if you had my mind gone. You want to see if I felt the type of way. You want to see if you was that guy that had me some kind of hook, some kind of way. You wanted to see if you had that pull. But you did not. And even if you did because it was so long ago, I don't want to sit here and pretend that I do remember if at that time was I pressed on him or anything like that. Because like I said, we were having a good time. All I cared about was a good time. But even if you did have me feeling like that, I would not have showed you, and I definitely would have showed you that on my favorite holiday. And so, mind you, he was already getting nice and bubbly at the strip club. Who knows if you had more in the car, if you went where you went and you kept drinking and doing what you was doing, because honey, by the time that he was calling and calling and calling me, I can tell he was a little inebriated. You was a little turned up. You was a little in your feelings. And baby, I act like I was asleep. And at that time, I lived in a building that you had to have a key code to get into, or I had to let you in. And baby, if I don't let you in, you don't get in, or you gotta wait till somebody is coming out so you can come in. Which is what ended up happening after he had been outside for a good 10-15 minutes calling and calling and calling. Baby, I'm gonna act like I'm asleep. So what I did to add a little bit more razzle dazzle, what I did to add a little bit more razzle dazzle onto it, I put the cherry on top. approached me on social media that they were a item. They were a item. But what goes it? You guessed it. How did she find out? She found out because he also had me saved with a picture. Saved with a picture. Saved with a picture. And had my name. And there was nothing for her to go through his friends list and find me and approach me about him. And it was not a nasty brawl. It was no real big animosity. We did share some words back and forth. But it really wasn't a big hurrah because, again, I just let her know. Just played on that playground for a little bit, baby. It's open. It's open for the public, baby. You can have your turn on the swing, baby, and I'm not gonna come ask to get on the swing again. You can have the swing. I'm done on the swing. I done went as high and back and forth as I wanted to go on that swing, baby. I'm out of the playground. And that's what I did. I left the playground. I left the playground. I left the playground. And I said all that to say a whole lot of nothing. But just don't play with me on my favorite holiday. I don't play about my birthday. And I don't play about Valentine's Day. I don't play about my day. And I don't play about V-Day. V-Day and my day are my days. So y'all, that's it. That's all I got. Until next time, y'all. And of course, I'm going to come and tell y'all about this bomb hair because I know you see the switch up. This ain't that. This is not that. This ain't the same one. This some new. I got on some new. So yeah. I got that. Yeah. So I'm gonna talk about all the particulars, all the specs of this install on the next video. But what I will do is still insert where I got the hair from and the company in the description box. So